Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Verde Jannah. As Verde Jannah, we are dedicating the month of December to the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. I think that most Muslims have a natural love for the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him. And non-Muslims sometimes develop the desire to know more about Islam because they are attracted to the character and the personality and the story of the Prophet. He was such an extraordinary man as to be described in the Quran as a mercy sent to all people and as a man endowed with an exalted standard of character and as an excellent model for all those who trust in God. This is why Muslims are invited to know him better and to love him and to pray on him. I have wondered, why do I love Prophet Muhammad? Peace and blessings be upon him. What is it that I like about him? The simple answer is that he had all the qualities, all the best qualities that a man could have, and he had them in the right measure. He succeeded in everything he did. He was the best man, the best father, the best husband, the best neighbor, the best leader, and the best fighter. But there are a few things that I personally love. First of all, he was an outstanding example of balance and measurement. He never neglected any part of his life. He tried to keep everything in balance. He tried to keep everything in harmony. It is narrated that he used to divide his free time, the time he spent at home, in three parts. The first part dedicated to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the second one devoted to his family, and the third one to himself. And the part that he kept for himself, he divided in two. One for himself and the other one to the service of others. And this is another thing that I particularly love about him, his way of treating others, of dealing with others. He is described as a smiley person, honest, trustworthy, always easygoing, and balanced, of course, as we said before, and good-tempered especially. He was very kind, but never exaggerated in his way of dealing with others. He held high manners, good manners in high regard, and also politeness. He was always very polite with others. He used to listen to people and never speak until they had finished speaking. He was smiley but never laughed loudly. He never indulged in silly things and was always very controlled. As a woman, of course, I can never forget his attitude towards women in general and his wives in particular. He respected women a lot and he treated all his wives fairly and kindly. He dedicated a lot of his time to family, and when he was home, he used to be an active part of his family life, helping with house chores, attending to his clothes, taking care of the children, and relieving his wife's burdens. But he would also engage in recreational activities with his wives. We all know about his running races with Aisha, for example. They had fun together, and this is another important part of his life and his personality. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, liked to have fun, but always in a controlled way. He also loved children very much. He loved playing with them, and it is narrated that even when he was on the road walking, he would stop to play with children and maybe offer them dates, something to eat. And if someone visited his family with children, he would take small kids on his lap and never bothering about the children dirtying his clothes. He also invited parents to educate their kids with kindness and with respect for their peculiarities. He would hug and kiss his own kids and invite all other parents to do the same. So this is what I like about the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him. And I invite you in this special month to know more about his life, to know more about him, so that you can love him more. And especially I invite you to pray a lot on him. I also invite you to follow us on our socials and on our blogs. This is all for today. Assalamu alaikum.